guys, welcome back. So today I'm gonna be doing a video on something that I told you guys I was gonna do a video on, and it is a video on the new eyeshadow base. So Chanel had an eyeshadow base before. There was nothing wrong with it, but you know, Chanel does this a lot where they feel like they can update the formula or whatever it is, they will update it. So they pulled the last two eyeshadow bases, discontinued it, and now we have this. So this is a new eyeshadow base, and so I've given this a couple tries on myself, on customers, and I'm not going to get into my review just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pretty much just demonstrate it on my hand. I'm going to do swatches on my arm. So I've got a cream eyeshadow, an eyeshadow stick, and a powder eyeshadow. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to swatch them each on my arm, like one, you know, a finger swatch and a brush swatch, and I'm gonna do it with primer versus without primer. So you guys can see the difference, and then you guys are gonna see me apply it on my hand, so that way you guys can, you know, get a very unbiased experience of the situation and of the product. And then, you know, after I'm done with the swatches, I will tell you guys what I personally think of the product afterwards. So let's go ahead and get into the swatches. So now that you guys have seen the swatch test, you guys saw I divided my arm right in the middle. One side was full of primer, the other side was not, and I decided that I wanted to, you know, demonstrate with different media with my fingers as well as brushes and different formulations of eyeshadow, because I wanted to pretty much test the range, because an eyeshadow primer is supposed to perform well with all types of eyeshadows, creamy or powder, you know, regardless. And so I wanted to test, you know, not only the different medium of putting it on, but also, you know, the formulation and how it stands up against the primer. And I mean, so ultimately, I mean, you guys put, you know, your comments down below. You tell me what you think about it, whether or not you tried it or not, and what your experiences were. But, you know, just based off how I feel and what I saw the performance, and just from testing it out on myself and like, you know, other people, I honestly don't think this is a very good primer. You know, even though I divided my arm in half and one side had primer, like the swatches were pretty much identical. Like the eyeshadow primer did not help enhance the color. It didn't help the pigment stay. It didn't help with pigmentation. It didn't help the formula stay. It didn't, it wasn't anti-smearing. Like the shadows performed the same with or without primer from what I saw, and you know, in my experience and just from what I saw. So I mean, and another thing that I had an issue with when I was playing with the primer was that if you put on too much, or not even too much, but if you put on like any amount pretty much, as you work it in and rub it into your skin, it kind of starts balling up a little bit, and it kind of like, you know, when you like have glue on your hand and you rub it and it starts to ball up, or like when you do like an enzymic exfoliation and your skin's peeling, that like it kind of balls up like that. And I don't know, it's like such a weird texture to work with. I was really excited for it at first, but as I started to use it more and more and I tried to love it, and I didn't see a difference in performance. It didn't extend the wear of any eyeshadow. It didn't do anything. It didn't really help with eyeshadows at all. And then on top of that, to deal with the primer balling up, like I just couldn't fall in love with it. And I wasn't the only one that said that. Like I've talked to a couple of people who you know, have tried the eyeshadow primers and you know, they weren't in love with it either. So honestly, like, do you need the eyeshadow primer? No, just skip out on it. The only thing it's good for is to separate your skincare and your skin and your eyeshadow. Like if you want, like if you want to spend $30 something on a product that is just going to provide separation between your skin and eyeshadow, go for it. But if you're going to look for a good primer that's not only going to extend the wear of your eyeshadow, that's going to prevent it from smearing and prevent it from, you know, pretty much disappearing from your eyelids, and that's not going to ball up on you. There are a lot of eyeshadows on the market that will do the same thing and even better. So Urban Decay Potion Primer, or Primer Potion, is my favorite eyeshadow primer to date. Too Faced has a very good one as well. There even like NARS, Laura Mercier, there are a lot of eyeshadow primers out there that are amazing. Or if you want to stick to Chanel, just skip over the new eyeshadow primer and just go straight to the cream eyeshadows, because they dry like a dream. And those eyeshadow pots, the cream eyeshadows that we have, like if you want to use it as a base, especially undertone, it will dry matte and it's a lot easier to work with, and it's gonna, you know, keep your eyeshadows put, like it's gonna keep them where they're gonna keep them in their assigned seat. So overall, do I recommend this primer? No. And it's so hard saying that because I'm not used to getting on camera and talking about a product I don't like. Like if I don't like it, I just don't talk about it, as you guys might have noticed. Like I don't do a lot of negative reviews, but I was getting a lot of questions about it, and like I couldn't just, I don't know, like I couldn't ignore it. And I had promised you guys that I was gonna do like an eyeshadow primer video so you guys can see how it holds up. And I don't know, like to me it didn't hold up at all. Like it performed the same with or without primer, and that's not what's supposed to happen. So you guys let me know what you think. Comment down below if you've had a positive experience with it, or if you feel like I should, you know, play with it a different, like if you feel like I should play with it differently, use a different method, whatever it is. Like, you know, if you have any comments or suggestions, please put them down below. But otherwise, like per usual, comment down below, because I love interacting with you guys in general. Message me, email me, give me a call at the counter, place your orders, whatever you need. Like I'm always more than happy to help you with any makeup shopping or any shopping in general, or to answer any of your questions, for a clarification, whatever you guys need, I'm here for you. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, always leave your feedback, leave your suggestions of what you guys want to see down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye.